All right, what's up, y'all? So today, I'm going to take y'all along as I redo. Ooh, pull that out. Pull that away from myself so I don't get wet. We had a little rain, so some of these containers got a little water in them. Anyway, I'm just putting down a container right there. So I'm going to redo this worm bin. So what y'all will see me doing is all this dry paper that's on top, we gonna take all this off the top. That's what we're gonna do first. And I'm sorry I don't have my tripod and stuff out here, but it's okay if you grab a little bit of the worm castings. The worms need a little bit of the grit or whatever to get them going. So I'm gonna loosen, and you can take anything you have. And I know I already got worm castings, and some of y'all aren't gonna have worm castings because you're just gonna be just starting your worm casting situation. Don't mind this handle, that this shovel that the handle done broke off. I said I was gonna put another handle on. I have yet to do so. So what you're gonna see me do is scoop what I've loosened. Now, as the worms make these worm castings, they do get a little compacted in here. So that you won't have to fight so hard, you just wanna loosen it. How did a sack get in here? And don't worry, y'all, the worms can't eat this. It's a produce bag. The worms can't eat that. So, but yeah, I'll just throw that in the garbage. But to keep you from working so hard, just loosen the first, take your, I don't know what you call this thing, garden fork, I don't know. Take it and loosen the first few inches. Then take whatever you want to take. I'm using a shovel because I can get more on it at one time. But you can use a spade or a trowel. You can definitely use that. But you see this shovel ain't got no handle on it. So you see I can get it down in here. So some of y'all may, why would you keep a shovel? You done broke the handle. Well, I had intended to put a handle on it, then I got another shovel, and that was that. So I just kind of, this is where I use this. It's like a big trowel. Sometimes people, ooh, throw that away. Child, I make use of my stuff. Because it's always a situation. Because I'm telling you, I was digging down in here one day, and when you got a shovel with a handle on it, you wish you had a shovel without a handle. Because if you got a shovel with a handle, it's hard to dig that stuff out of there. It's hard to get down in there the way you want to. You understand? Because see, look how simple that is. Just go right over into your other container there. And I've got a container in the greenhouse that I'm going to end up putting these castings in. And let me say this. One of my viewers had a concern. Well, she said the reason why she hadn't really been doing the worm casting is because she don't like the worms. Which I get that. She's not the only one. I've met several people like that. Matter of fact, I met one woman claims she's the gardener, which she's really not a gardener in my opinion. She said she was the gardener, but she don't have the temperament for gardening. But anyway, she's into plants, but she's not into growing them. Let's put it like that. And everybody's not going to be. Some people are going to be very plant oriented and they're not going to be into growing them. Those people, in my opinion, you need to seek out a farm and buy something. But anyway, she unequivocally told me, no, I'm not doing worms. I'm not even going to think about it. It's not. That's how terrified she is of them. So I'm saying all that to say, hello, helicopter. I'm saying all that to say is I get the concern about people not liking worms and creepy crawlies and all that kind of stuff. I get it, but I wanted to say this. Can y'all notice as I'm digging, y'all don't really see any worms? when these worm castings get complete, you really won't see many worms at all. For instance, I could go, here's another sack. At one point in time, I was letting people put their stuff in here, and I quit doing that because idiots, they don't even take the shit out the sack. Oh, excuse my French. This pisses me off. Don't y'all excuse me. I know y'all have your children watching. I'm sorry, children. But I'm just like your grandmama that cuss. I'm sorry. I grew up in a cussing household. You just have to, it is what it is. And cussing keeps my pressure low. Sometimes you just have to go on and cuss it out. And then you'll be all right. See, all this going to the heart doctor. Just cuss a little bit. You'll quit going to the heart doctor. You'll find out real quick. People get on your nerve, cuss them out. I keep trying to tell people that all this stress and anxiety medication, cuss. But anyway, notice you don't see a whole lot of worms in here. Now, I really haven't seen any. When these worm castings get finished, y'all understand this. And I know this is going to be kind of a kind of gross analogy, but y'all ever heard that saying, you don't poop where you eat? If you get what I'm saying? Or you don't poop where you sleep. Animals naturally will go somewhere else to poop and sleep somewhere else. They won't poop where they eat. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of similar. When these worms get done with this and there's not really a lot to eat, they will leave out of here. They will not stay in here. So the only really time you're going to really be digging in this is when your castings are done, like now. So once your castings are done and you have to fish around in here, and you see, I'm doing it the way where you don't have to use your hands as much. I could do this with my hands. I have done it with my hands before. The worms don't bother me, but to address those that have the concerns about the worms getting on them or what have you, this is not in any way to make light of your situation or make fun of you or anything. This is just to show you that it is doable. You still are probably gonna have to build up a little courage or whatever, and also get your mind in the right mind frame. But I will say this, to be honest with y'all, it's still things that I don't like, but gardening will help you get over those fears. And see, this goes along with a lot of the stuff I'll be telling y'all about gardening, building your confidence. It's a good workout, I'm gonna tell you that right now. It'll help keep you in shape. It's just so many things. Because if you do things the way I do, I don't have a lot of machinery, a lot of equipment. That's why big ag farmers are usually fat. They sit in a tractor all day. Some farmers never even touch the soil, never touch their crops. But farmers like us that are your small, homegrown, a lot of times we do things that require at least a little manual labor. So it's a lot of things this garden can do for you. The workouts, helping to keep you mobile, building your confidence, and also helping you to get over some of the fears that you may have. So I just keep telling y'all, this stuff is boundless in its benefits, or it has endless benefits, I should say. And if you see, you can see eggshells down in here, like this here. That's eggshell. I don't really pulverize mine. You can if you'd like, just however you want to do. But like I said, you won't be, when you get ready to do what you got to do. How far down am I? I'm trying to see how much further down do I have to go. But as time go on, like I said, you won't be digging in this one. When you start putting your scraps in, I don't hardly ever dig in this thing. I dig in here to show y'all what's going on. But just on an ordinary average day, is there a reason to dig around? No. I've said this before. Sometimes I feel like people, they sometimes humans want to see too much, in my opinion. Oh, I got to see what it's doing. I got to go down in here and dig and all of this. And when you see people with these worm bins and they're doing all that, you ain't got to do all that. You really probably slowing the worms down doing all that. If you would just let them go to work, worms are like, and don't nobody get mad at me when I say this, but I'm just being honest. Worms are like Hispanics. I'm gonna tell you what I mean. Usually, and let me say this, I'm from Texas. I don't have nothing against Hispanics, so don't nobody be trying to say I got something against Hispanics, but I'm just being honest. Usually, when you hire a Hispanic to do a job, you hire them, you leave, and in a few minutes come back, they through. Whereas some of these other folk, you hire them and you come back, and it's been 4 days and the stuff ain't half done and they want all their money. See what I'm saying? Hispanics, when you lead them to do a job, they gonna work. They gonna do the job right. Usually, like I said, it's always exceptions to the rule, but I promise you, almost every Hispanic I have food with, primarily Mexicans. See, next thing you know, they done. And you give them their money, and it's done right, usually. That's how worms are. If you just leave them alone down in here, you ain't got to bother them. You ain't got to remind them what their job is. You ain't got to check on them. They're going to take a lunch break and they're going to drink a few beers. But you ain't got to too much check on them, like talking about. You know what I'm saying? They're going to listen to their music. And they're going to work fast, but they're going to work efficient. You know what I'm saying? That's how worms are. They're going to be the same way. Laid back. They're going to work. When they get through working, they're going to go home, have some dinner, drink some beer, be with their family. And they're going to get up in the morning and do it again. The only thing is worms work around the clock. That's the real benefit to worms. Them suckers work around the clock. They don't even stop. So, I'm saying all that to say. All right now. Jesus, this stuff down here at the bottom, it's a little, I think I may go to me a different tool. How much further? Okay, I ain't got much further. This probably gonna be my last little dig round. Or scoop out, rather. I'm probably gonna scoop this out. And then the last of this at the bottom, I'm just gonna loosen. Okay? But yeah, y'all, if you just leave your worms alone, let them work. You know what I mean? Let them cook, as they say. If you just let them do that, they will, they didn't eat them peanut hulls. I wonder what that was about. Okay. Now, that's all that. Now what you want to do, like I said, you want to leave some in here in the bottom. I don't never just scrape it all out. Some of this I will. This is more than I thought it would. Y'all bear with me. I'm trying to show y'all real time too, cause sometimes, like I told y'all on the internet, they show y'all stuff and they show y'all these 2-second videos and y'all really think it's gonna be 2 seconds, and that actually turns people off from gardening because they think it's gonna be quick, fast, and in a hurry, and it's not. And then when they come out here and really get to working, they didn't know it was gonna be all this work. You know, sometimes people make gardening and farming and stuff look luxurious, and it's not. Okay, so I got all that loosened. Y'all see what I did there? Okay, now y'all remember all of my paper We're gonna dump that back in there. All that paper. Where's my little thing? Oh, hell. Oh, there it is. Okay. So we got the paper in there. And we're going to put some leaves in there too. Now, I just so happen to have a little thick amount of leaves right here. And I'm just going to grab them with my hand. Because like I said, worms, they like all this crap. So whatever you can get, grab it. Okay, so we got some leaves in there. Now the last thing I'm gonna do, see this went by real fast. Look over in there. Now see what I got in this bag here. Now these are toilet paper rolls. I'm gonna carry the stack over. These are toilet paper rolls. Uh-oh, let me show what I'm doing. I'm just shaking it out. Where the hole is? There it is. So I'm just taking these toilet paper rolls and shaking them out in there. Don't put that sack in there. You don't want that. See that? If you got paper towel roll, see this hand bag is already. I didn't even tie this bag up, so all I got to do is just, see, it's easier when you don't tie your stuff up. Put all that in there. I'm trying to think, is it anything I want to put on top? For right now, I'm going to say, no, there's nothing that I want to put on top. But what I do want to do is come in here. I know this is loud, so I probably can't hardly hear. But come in here and mix that up. So everything now is mixed up with the worm casting and all of that. And I'm going to take one little scoop of this worm casting and put it on top. And then I'm going to tell you one more other thing I'm going to go get. I'm going to get me a nice scoop. I'm going to come over here, try not to kill myself. And I'm going to get me a nice scoop of this compost. And it's got some leaves and some things in it. I'm going to get a nice scoop of that. I'm going to put it over in there. I'm going to get one more thing. Now keep in mind, all this stuff is optional. However you decide to start your stuff. This is more dirt. This is some dirt I had in those tire beds. Okay, throw that in there. Now, take your thing, kind of mix that. We're done. From here on out, add food scraps. Any kind of, I'm gonna put the lid on this so that it's in the dark. Worms don't really like the light too much. But from here on out, put your kitchen scraps in there. If you got shredded paper, put it in there. Somebody asked me the question, why I use shredded paper if I got all these leaves? People, I use both. Please watch the whole video before you comment and make a stupid comment. But honestly, I went and looked at that person's page, and it don't seem like they like black folks, so I think they was just trying to be funny. You know, don't play fool with me and I'll play fool right back, because I'm foolish like that. But anyway, that's how you start your bin. And I got this whole tote full of worm castings now. So let me show y'all. I didn't show y'all. Y'all know my little green thing. So it's full of worm castings. So that was about, I'd say about half that trash can, maybe 2/3 of it was full. I left a little bit at the bottom. So I could have, excuse me, got some more out of that, but that's ready. It could be added to the garden. There's great nutrition in life for the garden. So do your worm bin. Super cheap, super simple. Just get your trash can, put some holes in the bottom, and get the rocking and rolling, y'all, okay? So thank you for watching. Till next time, see you guys later.